The city of the future is being built as we speak, and NEOM has entered the first phase of development, which will consist of creating the infrastructure for its different regions. Recently, satellite images have revealed the emergence of the near trillion-dollar mega project from the sands of Saudi Arabia, and footage has been released of construction taking place across the project's various sites. These sites include the Line, Trojena, Octagon, and NEOM's newest endeavor, Cinderella. On this episode of Built a Billion, we reveal how far NEOM has gotten and dive into all the fascinating updates for you. And we save the most exciting update for the end of the video. Before we get into it, if you love to hear about all the mega projects of the world, please subscribe to the channel and help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. It'll really help the channel out. The city of NEOM will cost north of $500 billion and aims to be the industrial and business center of the world. It's part of the Saudi Vision 2030 initiative that seeks to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy and reduce its dependence on oil by 2030. The city's first phase will cost a hefty $320 billion alone, and half of it will come from the sovereign wealth fund of the nation. The main draw of NEOM is the Line, a 500-meter-high mirror-plated megacity that runs 170 kilometers across the desert. This is the most controversial part of NEOM, and its completion would require nothing short of a miracle. Conceptually, two mirror buildings will run parallel for the entire distance and be connected by walkways with a high-speed train running underneath them. The entire structure will hold 9 million people that will have the ability to travel from end to end of the city in just 20 minutes with the high-speed train. Once announced in July of 2022, many were skeptical that construction on the line would ever even begin. But by October of 2022, drone footage and satellite images were released, showing more than 24 bulldozers digging a huge line along the desert. In addition to this, even more footage was released in early 2023 of groundworks being completed for the city. With all this being said, the project still requires a lot of real estate that needs to be constructed in a very short time. But Giles Pendleton, the executive director of NEOM, has stated that the line will not be constructed from scratch. Instead, it will be constructed using pre-engineered modular pieces that serve specific purposes. Simultaneously, construction companies AECOM and Bechtel are developing the advanced transportation infrastructure, which will make it one of the most complex systems in the world. It seems as though the project's developers are aware of the scale of this task and are taking measures to achieve the impossible. Once completed, the structure will be the largest building in the world by a long shot, and we will be watching with great interest. Now we look at the project under the NEOM umbrella that will open first in 2024, the island destination, Cinderella. This newly announced location will be a resort centered around luxury tourism with 3 hotels and apartments that will total in 750 rooms for guests. Guests will have access to luxury retail, a beach, and spa and wellness center. The developers are also hoping Cinderella will become like the Monaco of the Middle East as a destination for super yacht culture. And unique to Cinderella will be its collection of 2,000 species of marine life, some of which can only be found in the Red Sea. Another NEOM tourist spot under construction is Trojena, a giant ski resort located in the highest mountain peaks of Saudi Arabia, 2,690 meters above sea level. New construction videos show a roadway leading up to mountains that would most likely hold the much-anticipated ski resort. The pressure is on because the site has already been announced to hold the 2029 Asian Winter Games, and so is scheduled for a completion date of 2026. The finished product will include year-round skiing, a man-made freshwater lake, villas, and ultra-luxurious hotels. Finally, we have Octagon, an industrial and manufacturing complex that would float on the Red Sea and be run entirely by clean energy. Construction videos show the area being flattened for the construction of Octagon, and it will become one of the world's most technologically advanced logistic hubs. Technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, human and machine fusion, and robotics will all be involved in the facility located just south of the Suez Canal. 13% of all trade between Asia, Europe, and the east coast of the United States passes through the Suez Canal, so Octagon's placement is quite strategic. With this location, the massive port city is intended to become a hub for advanced and clean technologies. And in addition to its industrial purpose, Octagon has plans to house 90,000 people by 2030. In addition to new mega projects, there are also new companies that have been formed to both create NEOM and advance it. For example, the newly released progress footage from NEOM also shows the launch of Autonomous, the subsidiary of NEOM that focuses on AI-led technology that will assist in building the mega project. Then there's NEOM, the company responsible for managing the city's sustainable energy and water systems. NEOM is currently in the process of building the world's largest green hydrogen production plant. In addition, $175 million has been invested into Volocopter to accelerate urban air mobility. These flying vehicles would ideally deliver on the promise of fast travel for NEOM and be used as taxis and for luggage transport. Then there's NEOM's Media Studios that has already supported 25 productions in 18 months, working with the likes of Apple TV, BBC, and NBC. What may be bigger than the city's progress may be its controversy. Human rights violations and sustainability concerns stain what would otherwise be an innocent attempt at advancing humankind. 20,000 Huaytat natives were forcibly removed from their homes without proper compensation for the megacity's construction. And it's even been reported that 3 men were executed in September of 2022 for resisting their displacement. It's hard to conjure up excitement and optimism for something that requires atrocities for it to be born. Seemingly unsurmountable challenges lie ahead for NEOM, but the team seems to be moving closer to realizing the NEOM vision more and more each day. NEOM's CEO, Nadmi Al-Nasir, has stated that 20% of NEOM's infrastructure has already been completed. Is NEOM a step forward for humanity? Or is it a step backward and waste of time? Let me know in the comments below. I've also done a video listing reasons why the Line City may not work, and that should be on the screen. So click that video on the screen to watch something you haven't seen. And thanks for visiting Built a Billion.